Well, we got wagons behind us. You know what that means. And if you know how to read, you already read the title of the video. We got some custom baling to do here today. Pulling up 3 wagons. I really hate driving through standing hay like we're doing. I was hoping to mow our field around the wagons and then pull them out and then mow underneath them, but hopefully it comes back up in the next couple weeks when we get out there. Well, we're back for set number 2. You can see we got this beautiful grass hay we're gonna have to drive through. It sucks, but 2 more here, 2 more behind that, so 4 wagons left. Let's get her hooked up. Well, this just to go, it goes to show nothing really ever goes to plan. We have the last 2 sets coming out now. And everything's going fine, but it just sucks to be driving down all this beautiful hay. And we don't have barns built yet, so we have nowhere to put this hay when it's ready to bale. We're looking at early June, I think, to start putting lumber up, let the concrete cure out some. Timelines got pushed back due to weather, so it is what it is. We get some custom baling done today, and hopefully we can start the season out with some bigger acres, big squares and round bales, tarp them, store them outside, and then when I'm ready to get into these 2 fields here, we'll have something up for barns to store the small squares in. That's what I'm really hoping. I don't know if we'll get that lucky, but excited to get back in the fields nonetheless. Already did some round baling this year, some corn stalks back in March, which was ridiculous. But, you know, nonetheless, I don't mind custom work, and excited to get back and do some actual hay here today. Hopefully it's all dry and we can actually get started into it. So. In the process of blowing things off, cleaned out all the old twine bags. Jeez, until we used Brighton in the past, we've since switched over to Tyrite because the local farmer, we know he's getting a pallet of it every year, and we just kind of buy off of him then. It's a little cheaper that way, but I don't have an issue with the Brighton. It's been good twine. Yeah, we got a lot to clean off here, and then we're gonna grease it, oil change, and hook it up to that tractor there. I think it'll clean up really nice. Well, there's the results of how much we had left in the baler, and this stuff is just beautiful. Last thing we baled is fork cutting alfalfa. The sheep are gonna love that. That should put some weight on the rams. They're gonna be leaving here Sunday, I believe. Cleaned up pretty nice. Time to wash it. I think we're gonna wax it too. A lot of people don't wash balers, but I like doing it at least once a year. At least start the year out, things looking nice and clean until you use them. Yeah, here's a little overview how these 5070s got everything opened up. This is one nice unit. I really do like this. Well, the baler's greased. The wagon tires are all aired up. And all that's left is to hook this up and get going here in the next half hour. Look how clean everything is. I mean, holy cow. I mean, some stuff just don't clean up great, but man, it's nice to start the season off nice and clean. We'll see how long it stays this way. Help with me today. We got 3 wagons we're gonna go out with. It's gonna be a long drive. Not a long drive, it's like 8 miles, but a long load here. I'm gonna let my wife take off with the bus. She's gotta do her route yet, so she doesn't have to wait on me because I'm going right past the school to get to this field. So I wanna make sure we're out of her way and she don't have to go around because she kind of run a little late when we get going here. So look how shiny this thing. This thing cleaned up nice. I mean, dang, look at that. It's shining. I love it. I love it a lot. This is really cool. I don't think it'll stay this way for very long, but for now it's kind of cool to look at. All right, we made it here. Time to get some baling done. They said it's running like 14.5% moisture, so it's definitely time to get going on this. Got the pickup down on the baler. Might as well swing that out. Look at that. I have the pin tied up so I can just do that without pulling the rope. Beautiful. That baler really looks nice. We'll see how long we can keep it clean. I guess there's a winder right here on the end. Let's take a look at it. It is thin out here. It's got a lot more in that field there behind us. I'm hoping we can get to all of them today. I think we're going to be around pretty fast and bale this pretty quick. We're going to be starting like, I don't know, let's start third gear. Get the PTO lined up. I don't like to start it at a weird angle. All right. I gotta switch hands here. Let's zoom out here. Ooh. All right. Slowly turn the PTO on. Make sure hoses are out of the way. They are. And then we'll run our RPMs up. So we have different things on here. Let's run 540. So you can watch that. It's going to be a while before a bale pops out of the baler. We'll go right about there. It feels pretty good. All right, now we're baling. Third gear is way too slow. Let's try sixth. That looks like it's feeding better. It's gonna be a while because the baler is cleaned out. I washed it, pulled all the loose hay out of the chamber. So we're not gonna have a bale come out of this for some time. It's gonna take a while, especially with how thin all this is. First wagon is loaded, not very full, but it's still loaded. 130 bales on that. Oh shoot, I broke a bale there. Not sure what the heck that's about. That's like the fourth one today. It's starting to annoy me a little bit. Let's hope the next one comes out all right. And it looks okay. Yep. All right. Well, maybe we're all right. Let's go to ninth gear. Let's bail a little faster. Keep some hay in it. Number 3. How many bales we had? I think 270? I don't remember. I think 270. Hi, Luke. You having fun, bud? I got the help here. The guy I'm bailing for, he headed back to my place to go grab the last set of, or another set of wagons, not the last set. Another set. Took my daughter back home, so my wife's home from her bus route, so it's just me and Luke now. Right, Luke? What do you think? Does the tail look good? I think so. I have more broken bales than I'd like to see. And one thing about these kick balers, these built balers, one thing that really stinks about them is if you get like between bales and you're going into the headlands and you're not baling, they get kind of pushed up into the belts and it'll burn the strings off if you don't kind of wiggle the thrower and get them pushed out of there. Or get more hay fed in to push them into it and get them kicked out. If they just sit there, sometimes the strings will burn off. And that happened twice in the last load. It's kind of frustrating, but you know, I don't know what really we can do about it. There's some adjustments I can make on the thrower. I did some last fall. In thinner hay, we had a lot of strings burning off when it just didn't have enough volume to keep the baler fed. It's one downside of these, but all in all, it's been going pretty good for first time out for the year. I'd like a few less broken bales, but you know, we're sitting in a Yeah, the AC is kind of cold. I've gotten out and charged it a couple times. I don't know, I just do a little by little and it seems to take some, but I think my canister's about empty, so we'll have to get more of that. But it's cold enough in here that's bearable. So there's that. I do need to get probably more refrigerant, but you know, all in all, it's bailing up. I think he's pretty into it. You laying down there? What are you doing? Being silly. Only got a few rows left in this field. Got this one, and those two, and then I think we got a short one up there somewhere. Oh. Watch out. Number 4 right now. We got both wagons hooked together, so we'll just be able to swap wagons wherever we need. I don't have to come all the way back up to the road. We'll see how much we can get. I'm hoping it fits on 2. We got a fair amount of hay left out here. I guess we'll find out. out there'd be about 600 bales between the two fields. Just filled up the last of 4. Could have fit a few more on, but I think it all fit on this. This is a big wagon. It said 524 on the counter. We had like 10 broken bales, so it's really like 514 bales to get them loaded. So I think it's going to do over 600. Means I get a little extra money for the customer. He makes more money. Everybody comes out ahead. Great place to be. Let's get some hay on this wagon. Oh, this is the last of it. Last row. See how many bales we have when we get down here. It's a lot more fun to bale when it's thick. I don't like baling these thin rows. It seems to have fewer issues when you keep the baler full. All right, that's it. Let's see what we got. Pull that pin up and we'll head home. And we had about 10 broken bales. So he was almost right on the money. We're about 611 bales. Is that with it? All right. Stuff looks pretty nice. Might as well show you what we got here. So it's just custom work, so I'm not keeping any of the hay here, but the first cutting, it's not super fine stem, but for first cutting, it's pretty good. Plenty of leaf in it. I mean, look at that. I'd be happy with it if it was mine. I think he's pretty happy with it himself. He's got his own balers too, but his stacker, I guess, isn't working, so he doesn't have a way to really put them on wagons, and he didn't want to pick them all up off the ground, so he had me come in and do it, which works. I'm more than happy to do it. Well, and that's a wrap. Time to head home. The broken bale's taken out. We won't charge him for that. 611 bales. Should have been 621 if we didn't have any strings break. I don't know what's going on there, but really had no issues at all once we got into this thicker field. We had a lot of problems. I think first off, the nodders needed kind of shined up a little bit. That definitely didn't help anything the first few. And then a lot of the others is it's just thin hay. We get to those headlands and then not enough hay feeding in and strings burn off. I think that's a lot of it. So there we go. Just leaving the wagons in the field. He'll pick them up and get them unloaded in the morning. I don't know. I'm not in a hurry to get my wagons back because I got no hay. I'm ready to mow down. So let's get on the road here and grab a few gears and start moving. Finally got all the flat spots wore out of the tires from sitting all winter. This, 8 miles there, 8 miles back, and 600 bales of baling, so it rides a lot smoother now than it did going out to the field. Well, one thing I didn't think too much about, we were going past the school right as I was letting kids out before the buses left, and I had this baler and 3 wagons hooked up behind it. I think every one of them wagons was 18-foot long decks, plus the tons. Oh, I don't know how long we had to be, but you imagine the wagons alone had to be pushing 60-some feet together. This tractor plus the baler, probably close to 100 foot long. Kind of forgot that they always have a deputy sit out there when they're letting out, I guess, to catch speeders or something. He didn't pull me over, but it does make you wonder a little bit what's legal and what's not. I had 2 kids here in the passenger seat with me. So I suppose if we were doing something really illegal, he would have let me know, but you live and you learn. We're going to keep going until we get told we can't do it, I guess. Wagons do trail pretty nice with all things considered. They're like pulling a 40-foot, 53-foot trailer on a semi or something, that off trail when you're cornering. The wagons, they kind of follow the track of the baler, more or less. The longer the wagon you get, the more they off trail. 14-footers would be nothing. You get all 10 of them